What's up guys? Today I'll be analyzing all of my previous trading recaps and then I'll note down everything I do good and bad and do a list of the trades, the wins and the losses, and then I'll explain everything I learned. So let's get into it. Trading a shit ton this week. Not the Monday though, because we decided to just go home, and yeah, no trading from that. That is 1.21. That was correct. I stuck to the plan. Hit take profit. Easy $260. Entered all of that. I think I entered right here. Okay, so I have analyzed everything and made a list of the wins and losses, the mistakes, and what good I'm doing. On the win side, I have only what I could find in the trading recaps. I have not done a recap of every single trade I've taken, because when I got drunk and just overtraded for fun, I have no idea what happened. And I know I've done some trades every now and then off camera. So what I could find was 11 trades that were wins and 7 trades that were losses. I don't know how to calculate things anymore. It's been a year and a half since I've gone to school. But it should be 57% win. We have a KD of 57, I think, hopefully. And I just wrote down the risk reward combined, and that's 3.16 for the wins and 3.66 for the losses. So yeah, I have some pretty good risk rewards, I think, but it should get either I should get a better risk reward or a better KD. Hopefully when we go through these mistakes, we'll up that. So, mistake number 1. I trade in stress situations. So if I have something to do that day, I tend to not put off enough time to trade. So I end up stressed because I need to get to this trade before we can go. No, I should just put off more time to trade and just be like, okay, well, at 11 max, we say done for the day. Mistake number 2. I don't understand liquidity sweeps. I think sometimes I think there's a liquidity sweep when in reality we just continue past a high, which leads on to the next one, which is I trade before the breakup structure sometimes. I don't think I do that anymore as badly, but I should be better to actually spot the boss movement. 4th mistake was I have sometimes put my take profit from the risk reward instead of an exact target. Sometimes I didn't think a risk reward of 1.7 was good enough, so I would just put the risk reward until it's 2. So often that would just be take profit be higher or lower. Then I should just get better at sticking to the strategy and not get as scared, and that would just be such as today, where I'm recording this while in a trade, because you don't have to look at it. That only gives you anxiety. So typically, if I look at the trade, I tend to get scared of a breakup structure, even if it's only a 5-minute breakup structure. Because when I'm in the trade, I'm afraid that the 5-minute breakup structure could absolutely crumble my trade. Instead of just forgetting about it, and then the 5-minute breakup structure is actually just a 15-minute retracement. The 5th mistake is to keep track on what market I'm trading, because sometimes I wait for market open on like gold, where it actually is always open. You can't trade Nasdaq because that's American market, so that only opens at like 15:30, I think, something like that. So be aware of the market. You don't have to wait for 9 before you can trade. You could actually trade, as I did today, before 9. Because gold is not controlled by the market times. It's always open, unless it's weekend. The 6th mistake is I get too excited, and therefore I trade too early, not waiting for the break of structure, for an example, because I just want to get in there. And you should love what you do, but you shouldn't let it control your movement. So I should just control myself, look past it. I don't want to get into a trade. I should look for not trading today. And if the market gives me a good setup, then I'm a trade. That'll also increase the win rate, because I don't take stupid trades. Mistake number 7 is that I think I can just do it all. I think I am the best trader in the world, when I know I'm just getting started. So sometimes I tend to see something and think, oh, that's this, and then just be like, well, entry, and then it's obviously not a break of structure or something like that. So I should just fucking eat the pillow, or whatever the saying is, and just sit down, control myself, and be like, okay, what is actually going on? A mistake I've seen a shit ton of time. This is mistake number 8. It is, I look too tight on the time frames. I should look way broader. So look on the 4 hour. I was good at this one week. I was very good at this, but then this week or this past week or something like that, I tend to look at the 15 minute and just judge off of that only. Take a step back. Don't use the 1 minute too much, because I tend to freak out because of 1 minute break of structure. Look away. Look on the broader picture. It also leads to a fake bias, because when you only look at the 15 minute and then take a trade off of the 1 minute, your bias can be completely wrong, because of the 4 hour time frame is maybe bullish, but the 15 minutes says bearish, and then you'll take a bearish trade, and then it continues the bullish movement. So look on the bigger time frames. Then I have mistake number 9, and that is to put my stop loss too tight. Sometimes I do that. I should give myself a little bit more slack, that because the tight stop loss has gotten me stopped out a lot of times. Like a lot of times. So slack a little bit on the stop loss, and the take profit, I also noticed, should be at the start of a fair value gap, or just put it at the highs or the lows, considering going short or long. Go for the top or the bottom in the fair value gap. Don't go wait for price to move. If you're going short, you shouldn't put take profit at the bottom of a fair value gap. Like if you're going short on the 15 minute time frame, going for a 4 hour fair value gap, why would you put it at the bottom? The chance of, if you're bullish on the daily, why would you ever try to reach through the fair value gap? There's way too many orders lying within there. So put it at the top, way bigger chance of actually hitting take profit. Mistake number 10. That is to go against the trend. And I've had successful trades while going against the trend, but yeah, I should consider the higher time frame trends. Yeah, that's actually the mistakes I've seen. The good things I'm doing though is I look at the liquidity sweep on a long time frame, on the bigger time frames. Look for that. I've gotten better at it, but sometimes I forget. Look for a liquidity sweep on the bigger time frames, because beneath bigger lows lies way more orders, which makes it harder to reach it. And when you reach it, chances are you're going way higher. So if you hit a 4 hour low, for a month ago we hit a low, chances are we're gonna go up. Whereas if we sweep 1 minute liquidity, then chances are it doesn't gonna matter on the bigger time frames. The thing I do is, I've seen on oil, I've traded a lot of oil, and I really realized that it very often hits the equilibrium. So that's good to know. That's just market experience. So I'm gaining some of that. Thing number 4 is I stick to my trading plan. Even though I see, a liquidity sweep and then a break of structure, I don't take a trade off of that. I wait for us to retrace back into an order block or a fair value gap before I take the trade. That is my trading plan, and because of that I've missed out on some trades, but I've also stayed clear of bad trades. And that leads to the next one, which is I wait for an order block entry if a fair value gap has been disrespected. So if we're looking for long, we bloop bloop, and then we go through the fair value gap, and then going long. If we disrespect the fair value gap, there's an order block. Sometimes. It's not always, but if there is, chances are we're gonna hit the order block and then skyrocket from there. So I don't think, oh, it's gonna crash. I'm just gonna be waiting and see what's gonna happen, and then judging off of that, take the trade or not. Another thing is I've gotten very good at backtesting. So not backtesting like everybody else, like watching it like the backtest, but just spotting everything. Like the building blocks have gotten easier to spot, but they're easier to spot afterwards, like when it has happened, than when it's actually happening. And that's due to feelings. There's just way too many feelings going on, and hype and fear and excitement. So take a chill pill. Some of the things I've done good is also put my stop loss a little bit higher than the liquidity sweep, because everybody else puts their stop loss as at the liquidity sweep. So if you put yours just a little bit higher, considering we're going short right now, if you guys put your stop loss right here at the liquidity sweep, I put mine here, which gives me this amount of slack. And that's something I started doing but forgot, and I think I need to just get better at it, because I might risk a little bit more, but when your orders are fulfilled and you sell, price is gonna dump, and that leaves me in it, so that's good. Another thing I realized while watching the trading recaps was that I actually, while I'm making the trading recaps, I notice the mistakes I'm making. So I got good at just on the go seeing, oh, I did this wrong. Well, trying to fix that in the future. Now I just have it on paper. So now I actually can lay this right by my side and then look at it. What am I usually doing wrong? Remember, do this right. And that's also a thing leading on to the next one, which is I am good at realizing what state I'm in. So I'm a new trader. I have not been doing this for years. I've been doing this for like a month or two. So obviously I won't have the experience of like TJR, for an example. He has been trading for almost 6 years or something. Of course I'm not gonna be as good as him. So realizing that I am not TJR, I am just Sebba Debba. And I'm starting my journey and I'm improving on my journey. Gonna memorize all this and put it right beside my desk, on my desk, for the future training, because we're gonna get real good soon. Within 2 months I'm profitable. Then I've been trading demo for 4 months, something like that. Have I been trading demo? No, I've been trading demo for like 1.5 months. So in 2 months time we're approaching the 4 months of trading, and we should be profitable by then, if we just keep implementing what we learn on the go, because learning by doing. If you like this video, please thumbs up on this one, subscribe, hit the little bell. I never said that, hit the bell. I don't know what it does, but people say it does something. I think it just tells YouTube that, hey, I think this is good. But I mean, if you would just like this video and subscribe, I'll be happy. If you do anything else, like comment and hitting the bell, I'll be the happiest man alive. So, please do that, and I'll see you in the next video.